Picture colonial America. Amidst the rise of revolutionary leaders, one name emerges: Peyton Randolph. A man of prominence, a planter turned politician, Randolph was a beacon in the dawn of a new era. As the seeds of rebellion were sown, he firmly established himself as a key figure in colonial American politics. Known today as a founding father of the United States, his influence was far-reaching and profound. From the grand halls of the Virginia House of Burgesses to the crucial meetings of the First Continental Congress, Randolph's voice echoed with authority. His astute responses to British policies, like the notorious Stamp Act and the Intolerable Acts, shaped the course of events in a time of unrest. His sudden death in 1775 may have cut short his political career, but his role in the birth of a nation was already etched in history. A man of influence, a man of power, Peyton Randolph was just getting started. Born into the elite class of Virginia, Randolph's journey to political prominence was a sight to behold. A product of his environment, Peyton Randolph was born into a world of privilege and power. Yet, it was his sharp intellect and relentless work ethic that truly set him apart. Randolph's path to politics was paved with rigorous education. He studied law at the College of William and Mary, before crossing the Atlantic to further his studies at the Inns of Court in London. This diverse educational background honed his legal acumen and prepared him for the political arena that lay ahead. Upon his return to Virginia, Randolph quickly made his mark in colonial politics. He served as the King's attorney for 7 years, a position which allowed him to understand the workings of the political system from within. It was not long before he was elected to the House of Burgesses, the legislative assembly of colonial Virginia. In the House of Burgesses, Randolph's leadership skills truly shone. His peers elected him as their speaker, a testament to the respect and trust he commanded. As speaker, he played a pivotal role in responding to British policies that were seen as oppressive by the colonists. One such policy was the infamous Stamp Act. This act imposed a tax on all paper documents in the colonies, a move that was met with widespread resentment. Randolph was at the forefront of this resistance, rallying his fellow Burgesses to stand against the act. His eloquent speeches and persuasive arguments were instrumental in the eventual repeal of the Stamp Act, a victory that further cemented his reputation as a formidable political figure. As he navigated the political landscape, Randolph's influence grew. He was not just a politician, he was a beacon of hope for the colonists, a voice for their grievances, and a symbol of their desire for freedom. His rise through the ranks was not merely a testament to his personal ambition, but a reflection of the growing discontent among the colonists. As he ascended the political ladder, Randolph's influence was becoming undeniable. In the face of increasing British oppression, a union of colonies was becoming inevitable. As tensions between the American colonies and the British Empire reached a boiling point, the need for a united front became clear. Thus, the First Continental Congress was born, and at its helm stood a man of stature and conviction, Peyton Randolph. Randolph, already a respected figure in Virginia politics, found himself in the eye of a brewing storm. The First Continental Congress was a convention of delegates from 12 of the 13 American colonies. As its president, Randolph was tasked with the heavy burden of uniting these diverse colonies, each with its own interests and grievances against the British Crown. And unite them, he did. Randolph's leadership was instrumental in forging a collective response to the British policies that had ignited the colonies' ire. The Stamp Act, the Intolerable Acts, these were not just isolated grievances, but symptoms of a more profound discontent. Randolph understood this, and under his guidance the Congress drafted a comprehensive list of grievances to present to King George III. But his tenure as president was brief, a mere glimpse of what might have been. Randolph's sudden death in 1775 cut short a promising political career, a loss keenly felt by his fellow delegates and the emerging nation he had helped to shape. Yet, his influence did not end with his untimely demise. The seeds of unity Randolph had sown began to take root. The colonies, once disparate, were beginning to see themselves not just as individual entities, but as parts of a larger whole. The First Continental Congress, under the leadership of Randolph, had set the stage for the united front the colonies would present in their fight for independence. Under Randolph's leadership, a united front was beginning to take shape. His brief tenure as president of the First Continental Congress was a crucial step on the path to American independence, a testament to his vision and dedication. Peyton Randolph, a man of conviction, a man of unity, had left an indelible mark on the pages of American history. The sudden end of Randolph's life in 1775 left a void in American politics. This abrupt departure of such a key figure sent ripples through the political landscape of the time, leaving his contemporaries and the generations to follow to navigate the turbulent waters of the American Revolution without his steady hand at the helm. Peyton Randolph was much more than a politician or a planter. He was a visionary, a catalyst of change, a beacon of resistance against oppressive British policies. His steadfast opposition to the Stamp Act and the Intolerable Acts was instrumental in moulding the colonial responses and shaping America's fight for independence. His leadership roles as Speaker of the House of Burgesses and President of the First Continental Congress were not just titles. They were platforms from which he tirelessly championed the cause of liberty, giving voice to the growing discontent and desire for autonomy among the American colonies. His words and actions laid the groundwork for the revolutionary spirit that would eventually lead to the birth of a new nation. But Randolph's impact extended beyond his lifetime. His legacy is etched into the fabric of American history, immortalized through various landmarks and institutions bearing his name. These structures stand as enduring reminders of a man whose influence was pivotal in shaping the course of a nation. Yet Randolph's greatest legacy perhaps lies in the ideals he embodied and the principles he defended. His unwavering belief in freedom, equality, and self-governance resonates through the centuries, echoing in the democratic values that continue to define the United States of America. His life may have been cut short, but Randolph's influence remains imprinted on the country he helped to forge. His legacy continues to inspire, reminding us of the courage, conviction, and resilience that underpin the American spirit. Though Peyton Randolph's life was cut short, his legacy continues to echo throughout the annals of American history.